the Pope is in the Middle East. That's a subject of tonight's program. And could the Pope really accomplish, is it realistic to even expect that something will come out of the Pope's visit, besides, of course, propaganda? The Pope started out in Jordan, where in the Jordanian capital, Amman. He said he's there to strengthen and reconcile the relationship between Christians and Jews. Now that's in Amman, Jordan. Now the Palestinians wanted the Pope to talk about their plight. He wanted them to talk about the wall, which he did in his speech. They actually wanted him to visit Gaza. If you are on a pilgrimage of peace, the most obvious choice would be to go visit Gaza, where over 1,300 people died, murdered, killed by the Israelis. I was expecting him to challenge Israel to actually tear down the wall. But I guess he's not Ronald Reagan, and that's what he should have done. He should have actually demanded that Israel lift the occupation of Palestine. He should have demanded that Israel, we only have about 50,000 Christians left in all of Palestine. The dwindling number is because of the Israelis' policies. Well, on the other hand, he did go to Israel. He visited Israel, and he went to the Holocaust Museum, and he did not apologize for what the Germans did. He did not apologize for the church for not doing enough to stop the Holocaust. And also, not all this is Israeli critics and Israelis who basically did not like what the Pope did. They were very upset with the Pope for few things. Number one, he did not mention the 6 million men figure. They got very upset because he did not mention that. Did it occur to them that maybe he does not believe in that magic 6 million number? Of course, the Pope had given Israel a tremendous service with this visit. Israel, ladies and gentlemen, is the one that just finished killing over 1,300 Palestinians in about a month. Many of them are women and children, and we've showed you the pictures in Gaza and from Gaza all when these atrocities were going on at that time. We showed you the pictures of little children with their mutilated bodies and the destructions of their homes and their destroyed schools, and basically it's just you've seen what Israel had done in Gaza. And with having the wall and having all these atrocities that Israel has done in the last few years, the Pope's visit very much lifted everything off Israel's back as if nothing happened. I don't know, the Pope should have his own reasoning for going there to actually, I don't know does he really think he's praying to somebody? Do Christians think that, this is a holy wall that they are praying for too? I don't know. Does the Pope really, what is he doing? That is a more of a Jewish practice to pray at the wall. I understand, respecting religions and everything, but I don't see practicing another religion's practice just to respect that religion. I don't see that. That's like praying to another God. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, I think the Pope could have probably prepared and done better. I was hoping that he was going to cancel his trip to Israel, actually, when the Israeli television stations about a couple of months ago, and we brought you that story, where they, in one of those comedy talk shows, they had very much committed all kind of blasphemy against Jesus and his mother. And it was the Muslims, believe it or not, who came to the defense of Jesus and his mother, because Jesus and his mother are revered in the Muslim religion, probably a lot more than any other religion, even including Christianity, because remember, not all Christians think that the Blessed Mother is actually blessed. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go to the phones, and then we have people holding. We'll go with Joe on line 1. Joe, welcome to the program.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Dr. Twawi?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
I listen to you a lot on RBN, and if, where the Pope's actions are, I mean, obviously they're not going to let him go to Gaza.
You see, when you are the Pope, and by the way, when you said that he does not control an army, that is right, but he controls 1 billion human beings, and that billion human beings are in many cities and many states, many countries, including the United States, and they can affect policy in those countries that they are in. So he does control an army of 1 billion people. And what we've seen, you said that the Israelis would not let him go to Gaza. I don't think the Israelis would not let him go to Gaza. And if the Israelis would not let him go to Gaza, then he would go to Gaza, even if the Israelis said no. If George Galloway took 100 trucks or 100 vehicles a couple of months ago and went to Gaza, and he is not, believe me, he is not liked by the Israelis. George Galloway is the member of parliament, British parliament. So if the Pope wanted to go to Gaza, he could have just taken a convoy from Rome to Gaza, and then it would have really been a pilgrimage of, in the true sense of pilgrimage. Mark Glenn, reporter with the American Free Press. So what is your take on the Pope's visit?
Well, my take on it is that Benedict XVI is no different than George Bush. He is no different than Tony Blair. He is no different than Angela Merkel or any of these other Western leaders who have been grabbed by the throat by Jewish interests, and they are paraded out in front of the world stage where they read from a script, or they at least mimic the words that are whispered to them off stage. And they are out there basically to do the bidding of Zionist interests, to put a pretty face on an ugly picture. But in the end, I mean, let's face it, the skunk came out smelling like a rose, meaning Israel. Okay?
Israel was the biggest winner in this whole thing. And, but the whole trip was basically to help Israel look good in front of the world there. So I agree, 100% that the Pope should have done more, should have done better, and I think he would have. But the thing is, he's saying that I want to talk to everybody. I want everybody to live happily ever after. He's unrealistic, but he's being, thinking that he's like a Jesus figure where he wants just peace. But there are requirements for peace, and I think the Pope missed those requirements. Yes. Thank you, Ramsey. Appreciate the call. Thanks.
Thank you.
Now, imagine if he would have done that, if he went to Gaza and leaving Gaza to go on that Eretz border crossings, and if they did not let him go, just imagine the publicity for the church, for the Catholics, for everybody out there, that this man is a man of God and he's doing the right thing. Wouldn't this be a hell of a lot better for him than going to Tel Aviv and shaking hands with Netanyahu? He should have done more for the poor. He should have done more for the injured. He should not have legitimized what the Israelis had done a couple of months ago in Gaza, and that's exactly what he had done with this trip, is he legitimized as if nothing happened.